So far, 2023 has been very rocky for me. What's up, collector fam? Barry back again with another video, and thank you for tuning in. If you are new to this channel and you find my content entertaining and informative, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It helps me know what you like, and it helps the YouTube algorithms so that I can reach more collectors like yourself out there. And speaking of YouTube algorithm, I know that taking this hiatus is not great for the YouTube algorithm. It was a well-needed hiatus. So far, 2023 has been very rocky for me, from personal issues to business, finance, relationship. And just this past week, my uncle passed away suddenly. And that is what I am going to talk about today, because my uncle was part of this collector family. I don't know if he subscribed to this channel, but I do know that he was one of the original collectors of my family. He was really into the comic books and comic book action figures, according to my cousin. And I just want to dedicate this video to him. He was a direct influence on my dad starting my He-Man collection back in the 80s, and my aunt's direct influence on starting my Ninja Turtles collection also. For most of my childhood, I lived on the other side of the world from him. I only got to interact with him just a few times in my life. But this summer, we are planning on doing a celebration of life for my uncle in the East Coast, either in Philadelphia or Toronto. I will be sure to take some footage if I get to see any of his collection and my other cousin's collection. I'd say the majority of my cousins are collectors. I'd like to highlight their collections, even though they're not into the Ninja Turtles and the Masters of the Universe like I am. I do have cousins that collect WWF figures from the 80s. Also, I believe one of my cousins collects Air Force Ones in all different colorways. My cousin in California collects Marvel Legends and Funko Pops, and he just happens to have his own YouTube channel reviewing both Marvel Legends and Funko Pops, and I'll link his channel down below if you're interested in checking him out, and let him know that I sent you. Even though I don't collect comic book action figures, I do have 3 of a particular character in the DC universe that has become my favorite DC character. It is Red Hood. I actually picked up all 3 versions of the Red Hood character for the DC Multiverse. If you are interested in getting your hands on some of these plastic protectors, I'll have a link to my website for that as well. These are thicker and more sturdy than most of the action figure protectors that you could find on eBay and Amazon. So they are pretty sturdy. They're also UV protectant, which keeps the plastic from yellowing, and they are scratch resistant as well. So let's open this guy up and give him a review. But before I move on to the action figures themselves, I just wanted to show this off. I 3D printed a Red Hood mask. I haven't painted it, and the reason why is because my head is too big for this. This was my first project. I didn't know how to scale the model, and it took about 36 hours to print this thing. So I'm gonna try it again. I do plan on cosplaying as Red Hood for the next Comic-Con. I think it's called Fan Expo here in Colorado. So hopefully I will get that done before the Fan Expo, and I'll take some footage of the actual cosplay itself. I am going to start out with Red Hood from the Batman Arkham Knights series, and it's this guy right here. He looks pretty cool. All of the figures in DC Multiverse line says that there are 22 points of articulation, and on this particular figure it comes with 2 interchangeable hands. They are both trigger finger hands, but the actual action figure doesn't come with a gun. I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but you could interchange these hands. Really love the attention to detail down to the stitching of the hood itself and the stitching on the the jacket, wrinkles on the pants, and the attention to detail on the chest plate right there. I think this is a pretty cool action figure. It also comes with these, I don't know what you call them, but I think it's supposed to emulate the action movement of the character itself. And let me see if I know how to put these on. So yeah, I'm not sure how these are supposed to go on. Hopefully this is right. What else is included in these figures is action figure card and a stand, which comes in pretty useful if you plan to display it out of the box, because these things don't really stand on its own very well. The next figure I am showcasing here is Red Hood from the Gotham Knights. Again, this one has 22 points of articulation and 2 interchangeable hands, which again are trigger fingers. This one also did not come with a weapon. I don't know if that is intentional or what. As with the other figure, I appreciate the attention to detail. It doesn't seem to have as much attention to detail as the previous action figure, but I do like how the hood itself is folded down instead of over his head. It gives you a view of his entire helmet. His body armor is pretty detailed itself, and I just noticed that there are 2, I believe they are magazines on his hip, although he doesn't come with a weapon or gun. Again, I don't know if that was intentional or not. And this figure also comes with the action figure card as well as the stand so that you can display it outside of the box. And on the back of the box, I don't see him holding weapons. It might be something that you can pick up from another action figure or action figure line and it will fit perfectly since they're pretty much the same size all across the board. And lastly, this is the Red Hood action figure from the Batman 3 Jokers. I almost said 3 Stooges. I personally think that this is my favorite one because, again, the hood is off the helmet itself and I like this shiny metallic helmet. I also like his biker jacket. This one has great attention to detail. I don't know if you could see it here, but you could even see the zipper on this action figure itself. This one doesn't come with interchangeable hands, but it does come with a weapon. It's just a crowbar. It fits perfectly in his hands. And again, this particular action figure has the action figure card as well as the stand. I haven't seen my uncle's collection as of yet. I only saw a few statues in his living room, and I am told that he has some pretty valuable comic books in his basement. I'm pretty excited to go out to Philadelphia and check it out and document the collection that he has. So that is my review of the 3 Red Hoods in my collection. I don't have any other comic book characters. Again, I picked these up because I like the actual character itself. I also like Bane, but I wasn't really feeling the Bane action figures that were released by DC Multiverse. Hopefully they do come out with better Bane action figures. That will do it for this video. And again, if you do like this type of content, like this video and find it entertaining, please feel free to take a moment to subscribe to my content so you won't miss a video in the future. And I hope that you guys have a better start to the year than I am. And I love hearing from you guys. I do try to reply to all the comments that I can. And I would love to hear who was your influence, if any, to start your collecting hobby. And in the meantime, I have some other videos right here for you to check out. And don't forget to keep your eyes peeled for the next video. And until next time, stay tuned and keep collecting.